The real cost of a Canadian family grocery basket and why prices keep rising when Canadians say groceries are expensive. What exactly are we talking about? How much does a normal family of 3 to 4 spend in a month? How much of that food is grown inside Canada? How much comes from imports? And most importantly, why are grocery prices rising year after year? Today we will break this down clearly, calmly, and factually. What does a typical monthly grocery basket look like? Let us assume a family of four, two adults and two children. Moderate consumption, not luxury buying. Fresh fruits, apples 4 kilograms, bananas 3 kilograms, oranges 2 kilograms, grapes 2 kilograms, fresh vegetables, potatoes 8 kilograms, onions 3 kilograms, carrots 3 kilograms, tomatoes 4 kilograms, lettuce 6 heads, broccoli 4 pieces, bell peppers 8 pieces, meat and protein beef 4 kilograms, chicken 6 kilograms, fish 2 kilograms, eggs 5 dozen, lentils and beans 2 kilograms, dairy milk 24 liters, cheese 2 kilograms, yogurt 24 cups, butter 1 kilogram, grains, bread 8 loaves, rice 4 kilograms, flour 4 kilograms, pasta 4 packets, cereal 4 boxes, cooking essentials, canola oil 2 liters, olive oil 1 liter, sugar 2 kilograms, salt, spices, snacks and processed foods, chips, cookies, juice, coffee, tea, household essentials, paper towels, toilet paper, dish soap, laundry detergent. How much does this cost? Depending on province and store choice, this basket typically costs between 900 and 1,200 Canadian dollars per month. In large cities like Toronto or Vancouver, it may exceed $1,200. 5 years ago, the same basket may have cost $700 to $850. That is a major increase. Domestic versus imported content. Now let us break this down strategically. Mostly Canadian produced beef from Alberta, chicken from Ontario and Quebec, milk and cheese from Ontario and Quebec, eggs from Canadian farms, wheat for bread from prairie provinces, flour from Canadian wheat, canola oil from Canadian canola, potatoes from PEI and Alberta, carrots and onions from Ontario, many greenhouse vegetables. These items form roughly 60 to 65% of the total basket value. Imported content: bananas from Central America, oranges and grapes from the United States and South America, rice from United States, India and Thailand, shrimp from Southeast Asia, olive oil from Europe, coffee from Brazil and Colombia, Somkyo tea from India and Sri Lanka, spices from Asia, winter lettuce from California and Mexico. These represent roughly 35 to 40% of the basket value. So even though Canada is agriculturally strong, more than one third of our grocery value depends on imports. What does Canada export? Here is the interesting part. Canada exports massive quantities of wheat, canola, barley, beef, pork, lobster, and seafood. The total value of Canada's agricultural exports is in the tens of billions of dollars annually. In many categories, Canada exports more than it imports. So we are not a weak food nation, we are a strong agricultural exporter, but we import what we cannot grow easily, such as tropical fruits and rice. Why are grocery prices rising? This is the most important part. One, energy cost. Fuel affects tractors, fertilizer, trucks, ships, and refrigeration. Two, transportation. Canada is geographically vast. Food must travel long distances. Free exchange rate: if Canadian dollar weakens, imports become more expensive. 4. Climate change. Droughts in California, floods in Pakistan, heat waves in Europe all affect supply. 5. Global demand. Growing populations increase competition for food. 6. Labor costs. Farm workers, truck drivers, processing plant workers. 7. Packaging and processing. Plastic, paper, and metal costs have increased. 8. Supply chain disruptions. Pandemic after effects, port congestion, geopolitical tensions. 9. Corporate concentration. Large grocery chains have pricing power. All of these combine to push prices upward. Why this matter? If Canada were completely isolated, we would still have food security. We produce enough calories in wheat, potatoes, dairy, and meat. but our modern lifestyle expects year-round strawberries, avocados in winter, coffee every morning, rice daily for millions. That lifestyle depends on global trade. If trade were disrupted, prices would spike sharply before stabilizing. Conclusion: a Canadian family grocery basket costs about $1,000 per month today. Roughly two-thirds is domestic content, one-third depends on imports. Canada exports enormous agricultural products but imports key staples and seasonal items. Grocery inflation is not caused by one single factor. It is a combination of energy, global trade, climate, currency, and corporate structure. Understanding this gives citizens clarity. Food security in Canada is strong. Price stability depends on global stability, and in an interconnected world, our grocery cart reflects the entire global economy.